Hello everybody, I'm Renzo Mox, and welcome to welcome to the final Bionicle 2016 Winter Wave set review. And this is set 71310, Umarak the Hunter. This is the big guy, the actual biggest set. I feel like I want to say he's the biggest set in G2 Bionicle, but I don't believe that is true. It might be, I don't know. He's actually one more part than the Kopaka and Melum Unity set. Just one. He beats them by one piece. And that gives you a kind of perspective of size here. Kopaka and Melum is two figures. This is one guy. And there's not even an extra figure. So this is going to be a truly big character. So, as we can see here, there's Umarak the Destroyer, the Labyrinth of Control in the background, the Mask of Control. I had so much hype when I first saw that. It's like dark green letters, Umarak the Hunter. There's set info, and I actually forgot to show this in the Kopaka review, but you can actually see his symbol is like a skull, and that's awesome. And then there's the creature symbol. And as we can see on the back, Umarak's features, you can pop off his mask, you can shoot these studs, and then you can make the waist turn. So he's got pretty much all the uniter features. And then you can see if you take Uxar, Creature of Jungle, and Umarak the Destroyer, not the Destroyer, the Hunter, and you put them together and you can make that thing. And it's actually, I will make a video on all the combination models with each creatures because you can actually do that, and I think that will be relevant to the story. At least I think. For the comic, it's quite different. It shows Umarak the Destroyer running around in a labyrinth. He sees the Mask of Control, he takes it on, he puts it on, and then he has control over all the shadow traps. Really, really cool. This was actually one of my favorite sets, and it still is my favorite set, so I'll go into that much later. So here he is, the big man himself, Umarak the Hunter. And, well, let's just get on to his articulation and color scheme. First of all, you would think that his color scheme would be awful, given the colors. Trans green, black, a dark red color, or burgundy, and then like a beige, or like a tan. No, it's a beige, and then a bit of brown. You would think that everyone would hate this color scheme. Well, it's probably one of my favorite G2 color schemes. The Skull sets brought so much to the table with their amazing color schemes, or, well, somewhat amazing. Well, I thought Kulta's color scheme was really solid, but the whole trans orange thing vibe that they had going on was really cool, and all the Toa actually had really nice color schemes too with the new trans colors. This guy just brings that to a whole new level. I will mention that his size is actually insane. He is so tall, and he's a threat this time around. And this is our first wave villain. Our last wave villain was Lord of Skull Spiders, and he was tiny. You can really see where Bionicle improved on that. So you can actually see, you got the Skull Slicer ribcage piece, and yeah, this is actually the only set to not come with that new chest plate piece. And the mask is actually blended with trans green, and it's so cool. Oh my god. I'm definitely going to recommend this set at the end of the video. But, okay, so let's look at his articulation. It's fairly standard, one in the head. Get his head down. You can actually show off his antlers there. Very, very cool. Lift that back up. You actually do have some with his shoulder armor, which are shadow traps. You can move that side to side. You can move that back and forth. Very interesting. I'll get onto that later. Arms are fairly standard. However, they are kind of long. Well, they're longer. And then the bow actually gives you enough opportunity to articulate the entire thing. So it's very smooth. The legs are actually something to talk about, okay? They actually have something completely custom going on here. By the way, I will mention this right now because I forgot it in the other reviews. He has an extra sword over here, which I will show. And then he also has a stud shooter holder. And so does Kopaka and Onua. They have extra stud shooter holders. Akita doesn't have one, which is kind of weird. But as we can see with the articulation, there's so much stuff going on here. And then you actually have toe articulation. So it's very, very nice. One of the reasons that I love this set is it's so nice to look at. Oh, So, let's take a look at this guy's functions, as he actually does have a few. First of all, with all the uniters, oops, I meant Dark Man. He's actually recently not confirmed, actually, but you could call him the Master of Shadows because his mask has the power to take over shadows. So, just saying, Master of Shadows, totally on the table. You can take this red eye stalk, which is new, and just fling the mask off. Very nice mask, I'll be honest. That in general just looks amazing. This looks like this could be for like a G1 villain. This could totally be a Makuta mask. So that's the first function, and the second function is actually the waist feature. They brought it back, and this guy actually has most of the uniter functions, which is nice. You know, it's not just uniter exclusive. You can turn that, and it's a very smooth function. It works well. His weapon doesn't really fit, and you can actually turn that decently far. And then you can just you can do like a recoil thing where it's like and like shoot that. I don't know. It's just my imagination at play there. But that's just a cool little feature. Speaking of his bow, it's a stud shooter. This is the third Lego Archer that we've gotten, and this is actually, in my opinion, the best Archer. And this one actually doesn't have a gear, which is very confusing. There's no gear on his bow, and you're actually just supposed to turn the big black bar, or the brown piece. So, I don't know, that kind of takes away from the experience, I think, because all the other bows have, some kind of way to let you know that you can shoot it. But it is a very, very solid function, so, yeah. Those are most of the main functions. I'll get on to the other ones later, though. So, one of the alternate functions is that you can actually take the blade hanging from the side of his leg and put it in his arms. It's just the standard Bionicle skull villain blade. It's a nice piece, but it's kind of overused. Plus, on his leg, it's very large. I wish they would have gone with a smaller piece, just because of how large it is. Like, realistically, if they were to pick a piece, maybe bring back one of the Rock-Shi spear, or Rock-Shi staff parts. Again, bring back another one. Because we did get the, Gurok, I believe they call it. I can't remember. Gurok, something like that. But, you know, it would have been cool to get a smaller version of that piece. But still nice to get this piece again. Giving you extra parts, you can actually take off the Shadow Trap pieces from Umarak, and you can actually take off a decent number of parts. They actually give you, 4 extra parts. So you have this thing, which let's just put them together now. And then you have this piece off of his shoulder. Oh, actually, what you want to do is take that off. There we go. And now put back on the tail chain piece, I suppose. And then take the red eye, put that in. That's another piece that it comes with. And then take Umarak's toes. Now this is interesting. You take off his toes. That's really, really cool. I love that. It's just a unique little idea. And, you know, never really a big fan of the shadow traps. They're kind of underused. They're just not my personal thing. Yeah. There's what this one looks like. It's got trans green legs and a chain tail. It's okay. Not my favorite. Definitely. It's an opportunity. It gives us one extra shadow trap, which is, you know, that's nice. An extra shadow trap would be cool. Okay, so looking at this guy now, he's really, really bland. Taking away the shoulder pieces gives him some sort of short arm length, and it doesn't fit Umarak. I don't know. You know, all the antler thing is just, it doesn't work well. The shoulders just gave him a lot more beef, and especially since these trans green parts are gone, there's just a lack of color out of his legs. It's just black and red. So it's fairly boring now. So I definitely would not recommend doing this. In fact, I don't even care about the shadow trap that much. Those other parts pretty much just, I don't even really need them. They're just there for the option. But it's not my favorite feature. I definitely would not recommend it. Okay, so what does this set have in store? It's a mask of I almost said creation. Don't want to make a jang. That's what I call it. No, it wasn't even that bad. It was just one simple mistake. The mask of control. This is great. We're actually getting this. And by using this, you can actually put this on a Kimu, and it's pretty much what Makuta would look like. I bet by 2017 we're actually going to get a new version of Makuta. That's just my guess. He's going to be really big and really threatening. He's probably in his ultimate power form. That's just a guess. That's what I believe is going to happen. But, who knows? It's a very, very small mask. I was actually surprised by how small it is. But it looks really cool. The actual shape and entire look of it has changed quite a lot, which is a shame because I love the one from the actual animations. It would have been cool to get ones with giant horns, but, it's still pretty cool. Now let's actually take a look at Umarak with the Mask of Control, because it's quite a neat sight. So you just flick off the mask and put the Mask of Control on. Okay, that looks really cool. I don't like it nearly as much as this mask because it's such a great mask and piece. It's so good. But Umarak with the Mask of Control on looks really cool as well. It just looks incredibly solid. I wouldn't keep this on him, but it looks well. And even though there is no gold on him, it looks better than any of the $15 Toa sets just because of how powerful he looks now. He just looks like somebody who's ready to kill you. Like his old mask, he looks like he would be like an evil mastermind or something. But in this mask, he looks like he is ready to send the mafia up against you or something like that. He does not want to mess around. So, yeah, great mask. I recommend. It's really good. What is bad to say about this set? It is a great set. Minor flaws aside, it's still one of the greatest sets of G2 so far. And overall, it's just really big. It's really big, too. It's one of the biggest sets. And the size definitely earns it the spot of villain. This guy looks evil. And that's what really counts. I mean, he's a villain. He's supposed to look evil. But it just makes him look so much better. The Mask of Control in the set, very nice addition. I have a great feeling actually that we will be getting the Mask of Ultimate Power next year, 2017. It's just a very big hunch from the way that the story's been going. I feel like that's the way that they're going to go, but that's just my opinion. Probably won't even happen like that, but it's still just a neat little thing to consider. What is not to like about the set? Honestly, there is nothing I can say bad about the set. Not really. It's a great villain. It's a great set. And also, I forgot to mention, he can unite with creatures. So I will be showing that off in his Umarak All Unity Mode video, where I'll be going over each one and just a quick look on my opinion, or just a quick little moment where I talk about my opinions. It won't be long, but it's just a neat little thing I have planned. So, yeah. Well, I've reviewed every single Bionicle 2016 winter set. This has been a good run. I definitely have to say it's one of my favorite, not years, but actually, yeah, so far it's one of my favorite years. And I'll just wrap up my thoughts in the actual overview video that I'll be making at the end of the year when 2016 is fully released. But yeah, great set. Here's what I recommend. Absolute pickups for this year. Tahu, Iker, and Umarak. Those are the best ones, in my opinion. They work so well together. So, I've reviewed every single Bionicle 2016 Winter Wave set, and I'll see you guys next time, where next one, I don't remember the set name, we'll be reviewing Lava Beast, or something of that sort of area. So, goodbye everyone.